Hello! What's up, bitches? I'm sorry, not bitches. What's up, beautiful ladies and gentlemen and other? Um, as promised, we're going to be doing my full face and my signature rainbow eyeliner. It's gonna be super fun. I'm super excited. It's my first tutorial. So, if you haven't watched my intro video, go do that. You'll see everything that we're working with. Yeah. And this will be full length. I'll, piece it together and do each step individually so you can watch each step individually if you'd like. But it's going to be just all in one video. Because I feel like like I said in my intro video, there are a lot of tutorials out there where you don't see them do everything. And I'll be honest, I make a lot of mistakes. So I feel like I had a lot of frustration when I first started, and I'm still new to makeup, or, doing it correctly. But, I had a lot of frustration because I didn't see them messing up and fixing it because they didn't show that. So I'd like to kind of show that. So let's get started. All right, so first we're going to prime the face, and I just do this with my hands. I just put, and that's liner eyeliner, so we'll just ignore that. I just kind of put it on the back of my hand and make sure that it gets everywhere. And you will find that, yes, I am a super huge dork. I'm awkward, and sometimes I don't use things correctly. I use what works for me in a way that works for me. So, if I'm not using the right brush or the same brush that you use for something, that's okay. If you are appalled by the fact that I am putting on my primer with my hands, sorry, that's what works best for me. I like to get, the primer really worked in there, make sure that it's gotten all around, and all right, primer done. And that was the clear lotion primer, of course. Yes. All right. All right, and now we are going to move on to our color primer, which I'm using instead of foundation. So I will be applying this so I'll be putting it on my face with a foundation brush and then blending it with a beauty sponge. So here goes. And again, just putting it on the back of my hand to take from. And there we go. And I will say, with this stuff, a little does go a long way. And yes, I did just put primer on my eyelids. I don't know if everybody does that, or if that's just a me thing, but I think everybody does that. So yes, we've got everything's spread out well. And I'm just going to kind of keep spreading it out. Alright, so I said I was going to use a beauty sponge, but I guess I'm really doing a little bit more of the makeup brush or the foundation brush. But I will go back over this with a beauty blender just to make sure that everything looks, you know, clean, tidy, and even. Because right now I do have some spots where it's like, oh wow, there's a lot going on there, not much going on, you know, at other places. And I apologize, I am super awkward. Just kind of blend it out. Make sure that, you know, everywhere is covered, because you don't want your, you know, the rest of your layers to be blotchy or, you know, not totally covering your face. And since we're going to be doing a lot more blending, I'm just going to leave it at that, because, hey, that works. And I will take a moment to say that, and I have some extra left on my hand, so I'm just going to put that down here, because why not? But yes, lost my train of thought. Oh, I was going to acknowledge the fact that I am very well aware that I am extremely blessed to have, you know, very, very good skin. Didn't have acne as a kid, knock on wood, and my skin is, you know, it's quite wonderful. I get compliments all the time on it, and I know that other people need a little bit more coverage for, you know, all the skin issues that, you know, other people have. I just so happen to be blessed, and I acknowledge that fully. And if you're sitting there wondering why I'm, you know, still doing my makeup, you know, full coverage, or, you know, yeah, basically full coverage makeup, you know, when it's not 100% necessary, hey, it's fun. And who cares? I want to look beautiful. And not saying I'm not naturally beautiful, but hey, I want to be able to do makeup, so don't judge. All right, so next we are going to move on to contour. And everybody's face shape is different, so where I contour might not be where you contour. That's okay. And the colors I use and my method might not be the same as yours. That's okay. I'm just showing you how I do it. So, like I said in my intro video, I don't generally use cream for contour. I prefer just powder. So I do go in first with some bronzer, and just kind of, and I like to make it bigger here and smaller here so that it tapers off a little bit more naturally. And the bronzer color is a little bit lighter, and I like to put it on first so that then I can give that contour a little contour. So it's kind of like graduated, or gradual here. And I know this might be like a weird what's it called, like order to do things in, but this is just my routine right now, like I said. So we'll just keep blending, and don't worry if there are harsh lines at this point. I mean, blend them out as best you can, but if there are harsh lines, know that there are going to be other layers going on and there's going to be more blending. So don't worry too much about it right now, but blend the best you can. Now I'm going in with the contour color and just going to do, see, a little bit darker here, and sort of slowly work my way back in a circular motion. And yes, I know this looks like super dramatic, but right now, this morning, that's what we're going for. And plus, it's somehow a lot darker on camera. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I feel like it's the lighting, but I don't know. Keep knocking things off. Yeah, so right now I am being lazy and putting my makeup on in my bed. Ooh, I think I took this a little bit low, so I'm going to try to kind of blend that out and just get rid of that harsh line there. Like I said, there will be other layers going over this, and I have been pretty bad about getting my contour on both sides to match. And then I take the darker color down here, do a little bit there, blend that out, and I connect these to do the that 3 look. So do it over here. I'm just gonna blend that out. I think I did this a little too extreme, but that's okay. And yes, sometimes I will just dig in and use my hands. If you're offended by that, sorry. So doing that little 3 motion, or right now it's a C, and then we'll do, ooh, that was a little bit dark. So we'll do just a little bit up here to kind of shorten the forehead, and we'll blend this together with the highlight so it won't look like that weird. And just kind of make that 3 shape. And I know some people don't do all across here. I don't know why I do, but I do. I think maybe just for the consistency of the look. So you trace your 3, and I will admit, I struggle pretty hard with the nose contour, but I love it. I love it. So let's go ahead and do, and I really have not figured out the best practice for doing the nose contour, because this brush is a little bit you know, a little bit thick for it. I mean, I will line down like that. And I will take that darker color, dip it in, do a little bit down here. But, and I don't know if this is a bad idea, but then I go in with the darker color on my finger. And see, that's very dramatic. But we'll blend it out and it'll look okay. Over here. I hate it when I get too much on the top of my nose. That just messes up the highlight. And then I do a little sweep here at the end of the nose. So you can see it's a little extra looking right now. And blending it in like this will kind of help cut down this harsh line. If you wear glasses, I'm so sorry. Your contour is going to be messed up. After you put your glasses on and take them off, trust me, I know. I wear glasses as well. So that is the contour. I know it looks like pretty crazy right now. Bear with me. All right, now that our contour is done, we are going to do our highlight. And when I say highlight, I don't know, I kind of use that interchangeably with concealer, maybe? I don't know, you'll see. So I do under the eye, of course. And I don't know, I've seen a lot of different people that have different, you know, ways of doing theirs. So get my Cupid's bow here, because we want that cheek to really pop, and my under eye circles are bad, so we're going to cover those up. Just do a couple lines. And I'll be honest, I definitely overdo it with the highlighter or whatever, concealer, whatever you want to call this. I use it basically as both. So I just kind of do a little bit, and here's the look, ladies. And then good nose contour going. All right, ladies, there's the look for you. Just kidding. All right, and then I'm going to blend it with this and a beauty blender. Maybe a beauty blender. I don't know. Sometimes I need it, sometimes I don't. Or I guess I should say some areas need it and some don't. Like I use the beauty blender on like under my eyes after doing above my, or under my eyes, to kind of help with that, places that I can't reach this, and as well as my nose. And I might actually do that with just a smaller brush in general. But yes, so we're just kind of blending it into and away from that contour that we did, and just kind of bring that whole illuminated look. And yes, sometimes it does, you know, get on my brows or upper brow line, whatever. But that's okay. That's okay. beauty blender. And yep, sometimes going with, just a finger can be the best method. And you know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna do this with my finger. Just for that precision that I want. And then we'll blend that out. And I know it still looks super dramatic, but we are gonna blend that out, and I'm gonna just help this along with the blending because it still looks a little bit harsh up here. So yeah, this is looking a little extra down here. But like I said, there's going to be, a full layer of powder over this, so there's still some blending to be done. So yes, here's my highlight. All right, so now it's time for powder. If you watched my intro video, you know what I'm using. I'm using the Sweet Face Minerals, and I start with Fair 1 and then move on to Fair 2. And I do Fair 2 everywhere. Fair 1, I mostly just do where I highlighted. And actually, no, I do all over. And let me just get this poured into the jar. And then, yes, setting veil. And that's just a translucent powder by IQ Minerals. Got it on Amazon. It's a fantastic brand. I highly recommend it if they have it again. They had taken it off of there, which literally broke my heart. But that's how I found Sweet Face Minerals, so, not all bad. Just gonna take a big fluffy brush and actually I'm gonna take a small brush and just do some of that Fair 1 under the eye, because that, it's just a little bit of a detail that I don't want to miss. And the bigger brush sometimes just does not cut it. And I'm also going to do the nose. That'll end up looking okay. So yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna go in with that Fair 1 shade and just kind of go back over where I did my highlighter a little bit to give it just a little bit of extra highlight. Also, I will acknowledge my brows are insane. I need to pluck them. I was going to do that this morning and then I forgot. And here we are. But yeah, they're completely out of control right now. I'm totally well aware of that. All right, then we're going to get into the Fair 2. Tap off the excess. And just give those big circles. And see, everything is blending out really, really well. And that is why I love this stuff so much. pushed a hair in my eye. Alright. And one in my tongue. And I just grabbed some fair one because there was still quite a bit left in the lid that I had poured out, and I know if I go to pour it right back in, it's gonna go everywhere. So I'm just gonna use it. Alright. And I know that it looks like I'm totally speeding through this, but honestly, it's practice. And you know, I've been able to cut my time down a little bit, but please know, like, the reason that I'm doing these like full tutorials is to show you that like getting it right is hard. And it's funny because my face looks like super extra with the light going on back there, or you know, from my ring light. But in real life, it's actually quite mild, and I love it. Let's see, which color is that? That's fair 1, so that's fair 2, and I'll just put those caps back. And ooh, something in the eye again. And then I'm just gonna take, okay, let's get that out of the eye. And I know people might be totally freaked out by this, but I am super comfortable touching my eyes. And shoot, we might do some looks with color contacts, because those are always really fun to work with. But I really want to get this out of my eye before I move forward. Okay. And I just noticed a little crease going on right there, so I'm just gonna, yeah. Alright, so exact same brush, just taking some of this translucent mineral veil. Again, tap in, turn the brush upside down. Instead of tapping off the excess, I let the brush absorb. And I know that that just looked crazy, what I just did. Throwing all of that powder on there, just like all at once. But this is the setting veil, so you don't want to, you know, not go crazy and everywhere with it. And I'm just gonna kind of sweep my eyes because I use a little bit of extra on my nose. And I know that there is actually like a specific brush for this kind of veil. I do not have or use it. Sorry. All right, so face is looking wonderful, and I know it looks like pretty dramatic. Let's see if I can get my lighting a little bit more natural. So yeah, I guess that looks a little bit better. So you can see, you know, you've got the contour, you've got the highlight under the eyes, bright. And despite how it looks, I mean, I look super pale there, but, you know, like in regular light, without that light blasting in my face, you know, it looks actually pretty natural. Well, as natural as this much makeup can look. So yeah, we have finished the face almost. There's one more step, but I saved that for last. All right, so we've done the face. It's looking fabulous. I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end my face tutorial and start with my rainbow eyeshadow tutorial. So hop on over to the next video if you'd like to see that.